To cultivate unparalleled resilience, he rubbed his face with coarse salt daily, until it bled profusely. To sever all earthly ties, he strangled his gravely ill wife. Born with a disability, his legs were uneven in length, yet he mastered extraordinary martial arts. Determined to become the ultimate, he vowed to challenge all masters. But in his eyes, martial arts weren't for sparring, they were for killing. Soon a boxing champion lay dead on the highway. On the highway, the coroner concluded. Determined, his bones were shattered completely. Killed barehanded. He emptied his gun in self-defense but missed. The killer emerged unscathed. An electronic dart was left at the scene, deliberately placed. Meanwhile, a skilled fighter named Hugo watched the news in prison. Following the murder case, he became visibly agitated, unusually disturbed. 3 years prior, during a sparring match, he accidentally killed his opponent. Surrendering to police earned him 5 years. His conduct had been exemplary. Rated a model prisoner. Today he brutally attacked 17 inmates, demanding to see investigator Lewis, claiming he could find the killer. If released early, without proof, Lewis saw his desperate face. They just didn't believe it. Right at that moment, Hugo listed 7 names in a row. He predicted the next victim would be one of these 7. Meanwhile, Northern Leg King Tony faced a challenge. This assassin said he came specifically to carry out a hit. After saying that, Victor immediately launched his attack. The Leg King had genuine skill. Though retired for years, his kicking skills were mastered deep within him. He could step barefoot on steel nails. But Victor held his ground well, though his legs were disabled. Through constant effort, rigorous training, he made his legs nearly indestructible. After several intense rounds, Ping Yao got hooked by Victor's foot, grabbing the opponent's right leg. He then applied pressure to decide life or death. This determined superiority, and life or death. After fierce combat, Victor claimed victory. Again, a swallow dart was left at the scene. And Christine Tang was on Hugo's prediction list. Lewis hesitated no more, permitting him to assist the investigation, temporarily out of prison. As for early release, that depended on his usefulness. Hugo recited a principle. First fists, then legs, next chi na. Weapons, internal power 5 united. He deduced the killer challenged champions following this sequence. Thus the next victim would likely be Qin Na champion Wang. Victor grew arrogant. Again he defeated challengers, using their own specialty techniques. The grappling master was held by his own combat skills. This provoked his anger. In his eyes, victory demanded life or death. Sparrow Dart was left behind once more, facing his friend's death. Hugo was overcome with grief. Right at that moment, he spotted Victor across the way. He leaped forward, giving chase. Upon arriving, the target had vanished. Suddenly chaos erupted behind him. Victor struck unexpectedly, taking him several meters away. Hugo rose and continued pursuit. Unexpectedly, Victor leaped over 10 meters, landing directly on the opposite rooftop. Hugo halted his steps, helplessly watching the escape. Police frantically chased behind. Yet both targets eluded capture. Hugo returned home seeking his long-lost junior sister disciple. Unknown to him, Victor had already visited. Leaving another sparrow dart behind, Hugo brought the dart to a martial elder, who identified it as Tang Xianyan, an emblem for Qing dynasty martial families failing the imperial exams. Its meaning declared that even with great skill, one remained just a sparrow beneath the emperor's roof. Just then, an elder skilled in special combat techniques spoke up. He revealed, a man matching Victor's description had challenged his school, leaving behind a Tang Xianyan dart. He provided Victor's address. Hugo immediately notified Lewis. He has fled. The police have listed him as a fugitive. Fortunately, this information emerged. He can make amends when they reach Victor's home. But the place is completely empty. From the equipment here, this is definitely a martial arts fanatic's dwelling. He has indeed fled. He rubbed himself daily with coarse salt, until his face bled. This is a primitive training method. to toughen skin and improve endurance. His bold declaration is carved on the wall. Now with no attachments. Invincible his whole life. Now I face all rivals carefree. He wants to be #1 in the world. Fists, legs, elbows, knees flow seamlessly. Weapons. Achieve body weapon unity. His next target must be the king of weapons. Bernard once got Hugo imprisoned for 3 years. Unaware Bernard had a car accident 2 years ago. Can no longer train. The current king of weapons is his top disciple Bruce. He is also a famous action movie star. Currently filming on set. Victor thrusts his sword, piercing a stuntman, scattering the crew in panic. Victor announces himself and challenges him. Seeing his hostile intent, Bruce must use force to subdue him. The King of Weapons title is well earned. To everyone's surprise, Victor's weapon skills are equally masterful. He counters every move seemingly evenly matched. But when masters duel victory, hangs on a single strike. Victor stomps and snaps Bruce's sword, then thrusts his blade into Bruce's back. This blow decides the fight. But Bruce reacts quickly, grabbing a nearby steel pipe to block Victor's sword. He narrowly avoided immediate defeat. Longer weapons hold the advantage. But against absolute skill, Victor pinned the pipe against his body, closed the distance swiftly, and swung his weapon rapidly. The blade sliced through Wang's sword repeatedly, then kicked him away. As Wang rose to his feet, blade silenced his throat. The King of Arms met his end. Yet no one foresaw Victor targeting Hugo's junior sister earlier. He deemed previous challenges meaningless. Hugo mastered all 5 martial arts styles, making him Victor's ultimate target. To provoke Hugo's full power, Victor gravely injured the junior sister, nearly losing her life. Luckily, Hugo arrived in time, fury igniting within him. Their final battle commenced prematurely. Hugo declared, "I'm here to end you." Victor agreed, "Let's see who's stronger, live or die." Unexpectedly, the seemingly foolish Victor was a martial arts master. His skills proved formidable, earning Hugo's newfound respect. This highway duel became the film's most intense clash. Both warriors embraced life or death stakes, ignoring speeding vehicles around them. Single purpose consumed them: to defeat the other utterly. This was Victor's most desired battle. Their street combat escalated. He formed an eagle claw move, aiming for Hugo's face. Hugo countered with a shoulder throw, but Victor wasn't thrown to the ground. Hugo lifted his right fist and struck hard, smashing Victor's chest, grabbed him with both hands. But Victor's stance was incredibly solid. No matter how, Hugo couldn't throw him down. He resorted to another move, mid-air knee strike, followed by a kick, sending Victor flying. Suddenly, truck came straight at them. Hugo pulled him back, to avenge his martial sister. He wanted Victor dead by his own hands. The truck screeched to a halt, bamboo poles tumbled down. Both grabbed poles and started fighting with them. Victor had the upper hand in the first round. Hugo's prison years left him weaker than Victor, who never stopped training. Rushing cars gave him a chance to catch his breath. Victor kicked the pole back, ready for another round. Second round, Hugo channeled his inner strength. They were evenly matched, quickly catching their breath. They gripped their poles for the third round. This time even the poles snapped. Next moment, they moved onto the road, trading punches blow for blow. Victor seized the chance to attack fiercely. Speeding cars zoomed past them. Terrifying sight. Finally, Hugo gained the upper hand, but missed the vital spot. One slip in defense left an opening. One mistake cost everything. After Hugo landed a punch, he seized complete control. Victor could only take the hits. He knew it was over for him, but the next second, he suddenly knelt down and clasped his hands in surrender. What happened to this being a life or death duel? Hugo was stunned too. He glanced at the bracelet on his wrist, remembering his promise to restrain his fists for his junior sister. Just as he calmed down, Victor spun around, diving beneath a speeding truck, dragging Hugo in with him. Victor had completely lost control. For the title of greatest fighter, he'd abandoned all dignity and any restraint. Seeing the oncoming truck, Hugo hesitated, then chose to save Victor. though he narrowly escaped. Next danger caught him. Dragged hundreds of feet clinging to the truck. He became badly mutilated. Victor declared martial arts are lethal techniques. It's kill or be killed. Hugo saw Victor preparing the final blow. Then suddenly, Louis appeared shouting, times have changed. However skilled they are, they still fall to bullets. After this ordeal, Hugo, also a martial artist, finally understood. He expanded his martial school, treasuring the present, living well, rejecting the chase for impractical.